In this Shopify tutorial for absolute beginners, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how you can build your dropshipping store with zero investment and see results like this. That's right guys, these are realistically achievable results even within the first week of starting a dropshipping store with the right product and a creative ad. Although in this tutorial, I'm only going to be showing you guys how to create a Shopify store in just 10 minutes. I will be posting more videos on how to conduct product research and create ads and more. So if you see yourself as someone that can do better than a 9 to 5 and want to learn e-commerce, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. With that being said, let's just get right into it. Alright guys, so in order to sign up, we're going to click on start free trial because we are going to be opting for a free trial. Just follow through all the instructions on the screen, select your country and then log in using one of these accounts, or you can also create your own account. So I'm just going to be logging in. So once you've logged into your Shopify account, you're going to get to this screen right here, which is kind of like the main menu. And I completely understand that there's a lot of things going on in here that you're curious about, but do not worry, you're only going to be focusing on what I teach you guys in this tutorial. So forget about everything else for now. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is our store theme. As you guys can see right here, the store theme that is set up right now is Dawn. And just so you know, these are all the free themes available for you to use for your store. So for this tutorial, we're going to be using the Sense theme. Now, once you've installed the theme on your Shopify account, in order to add it to your store, you're just going to hit publish. And then once your theme has been published, the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to go over to settings on the bottom left corner of your screen. And then we're going to be changing the store name. So as you guys can see, it's still set as the default name, which is my store. So I'm going to be naming this store as Game Glow. Then once this is done, you just want to go back and then go over to customize. And this is going to take you to the store builder. So right when you get to this screen, this is pretty much your store builder, and this is where you get to customize your store. Now, I'm just going to walk you through the keyboard shortcuts, as that would make it a lot easier while you're trying to edit the store. So if you want to undo an action, it's Control Z, redo is Control Y. If you want to save your progress, it's Control S. And if you want to turn on toggle inspector, it's Control Shift plus I. Alright guys, so now we get to actually editing the store. Now I just want to give you guys one basic simple tip that you guys have to remember, and you're going to be using this for the entire process of making the store. So basically, anytime you want to edit any section of the store, what you do is click on that section. So this is called the announcement bar. So as soon as you click on it, towards the right, as you guys can see, you get an option to edit the text. So as you guys can see, it says welcome to our store, which is pretty much useless. You know, it doesn't make any sense to put it up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in free shipping worldwide. So as soon as a customer actually browses through your store, they know that, you know, you've got free shipping. So just put it up there, and as you guys can see, it reflects immediately. And you can also change the background color of the announcement bar. So just put it something that matches, or you know, is relevant to the theme of the store. So I'm just going to keep it at accent 2. Now once this is done, moving on to the next part of the store, which is the header. Now as you guys can see, the name of the store is Game Glow, and you can't really edit the text from right here, because if you guys remember, at the start of the tutorial, we actually changed the name of the store to Game Glow from the settings in the main menu. So you're not going to be able to edit the text from right here. But you can change the background, and I'm just going to keep the background as inverse, which is a little dark, which matches to the theme of the store. And what you can also do is add a logo to your header, and that looks a lot professional, and that can actually go a long way. And that's what we're going to be doing. So just go on to theme and then scroll down and hit logo. You just want to make sure that you add a PNG image, or else what's going to happen is if you have a background on your logo, the background is going to be uploaded with your logo, which doesn't really look very professional. So we're going to be using a PNG image, which only uploads the logo, as you guys can see right here. Now, if you want to change the width of the logo, you can do it from right here. You know, I'm just going to keep it at very minimalistic size, and this looks pretty good. Now another thing that I want to let you guys know is we're actually editing the store based on the perspective of a desktop user. So if you want to change and see how your store would look on mobile, you can do it from right here. But you're not going to have to actually edit your store separately for mobile users, as once your store is done created, it's automatically going to be optimized for mobile as well. So moving on to the next part, the body of your store, which is the template. Again, if you want to edit the template or the body of the store, what we do is we click on that part, and then as you guys can see, the template is image with text. So as you guys can see, we've got a little text right here, and then we can also add an image. But the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the background of this template, just so that it's consistent with the rest of the store. And then once this is done, we're going to be adding an image to this template. So in order to add an image, just click on the upload image button right here. And while you're creating a store, you're going to make sure that you add an image that is actually high quality. Now, one of the tools that I'm using right now in order to produce images for my store is actually called Midjourney, and Midjourney is an AI image generator. So all you do is just describe the kind of image that you want, and it gives you high quality images of the exact description that you've provided. So you're not going to believe that this is an AI generated image right here, guys. And I'm actually going to be making a video on how to use Midjourney, so stay tuned for that. But right now, as you guys can see, this text box is overlapping the image. So we're going to be selecting no overlap in order for the layout to look like this. And then we're going to be changing the text right here, guys. So towards your right, you guys already know that you get an option to change the text. So I'm just going to be typing in something that is relevant to the store again. Now, right at the bottom of the text, you see a button that says shop now. You can also edit what that button says. So I'm going to be changing shop now to maybe try now. And you're going to be editing it from the same place once again. So we're going to keep this as try now. And what you can also do is decide where this button takes your customers. So if you just keep it at all products, it's going to take our customers to your product catalog. Now, moving on to the next part of the template, which is featured products. Now, I actually want to get rid of it because if it's a one product Shopify store, it doesn't make any sense to have featured products as a template. So I'm actually going to get rid of it. And in order to delete it, just click on delete from right here. And as soon as you click on it, it's gone. And we're going to be adding another section, which is image with text once again. But just so you guys know, there's a bunch of other options as well. You can also use a product video on this part of the template. You can also add it on the first part of the body of the store. But this, we're going to be using image with text once again. And again, what we're going to be doing in order to edit this is we're going to go ahead and upload another image. And just so you guys know, this image that I'm uploading right now is the actual image of the product that I'm going to be selling. So just make sure you get a really eye-catching image or something that looks nice and matches to the theme of the store. Moving on, as you guys can see, I've edited the text and there is a button label as well. And I'm going to change this button label to buy now. And I'm actually going to be linking this button to the product directly. And we're going to come back to this and I'm going to show you guys how to do it exactly, because we're going to have to leave this page and go back to the main menu in order to add products. But for now, we're just going to keep it just like this. Now let's just change the background of this part of the template as well. Alright guys, so we've changed the background for the latter part of the template and for the footer as well, in the same way that we did before. Now I'm not going to be changing any text on the footer, as it is exactly how I want it to be. And this is where people would be able to leave their email so that you can send them product updates and stuff like that. So we're just going to keep it as it is. Now, before I move on to the next part, I'm just going to hit save so that we can save all the progress that we've made so far. You don't want to run into a power outage and lose all the progress all at once and, have to do it all over again. With that being said, once you've saved the progress, go back to the main menu by hitting exit and then go over to products, click on add your products. And then once you're on this screen, guys, you just want to make sure that you add the title of your product. So I'm just going to call my product as Icon by GameGlow. In the same way, you're going to be adding your product description as well, and make sure that the status of the product is active. Now, this is where you actually set up the price for your product. So we're going to be setting it up at $49.99 and compare prices. What's going to make it seem like the original price of the product was $64.99, but the customer is getting it at a discount. Now, cost per item is the original price that you're buying the item for. This is just to let you know what your profit margin is like. And inventory, this is completely optional. You can uncheck this box if you don't want to track inventory. And then this is Google search engine listing, which is how your website is going to show up on Google search. Moving on to the next part, we're actually going to be adding images of our product from right here. So you guys already know how to add images, so I'm just going to skip this part and fast forward it. All right guys, so once you've added all the products, just hit save. And as you guys can see, it says congratulations, you've added your first product. And you can use the exact same method to add more products to your web page as well. Now once this is done, we're going to go back to our online store and hit customize. And let me just show you guys that the button that I was talking about previously in the video, as you guys can see, this button right here, we're going to be linking it to our product. And there you have it guys, you can see it from right here, and the button is now highlighted, which means that it is functional. So as soon as you click on it, it's going to take you to the product page, and this is where the product page is. And as you guys can see, it automatically comes with the description and the price of the product. And then once this is done, we're almost done guys. Just a few more things. So we're gonna have to go back to the main menu and then head over to settings once again. And what you're going to be doing from here on guys is go over to policies. So policies is right at the bottom, as you guys can see right here. And this is where you're going to be able to edit your store policies. So refund policy, terms of service, shipping policy, and this kind of stuff. Now Shopify already has pre-existing templates for what your policy could be like. You can go ahead and edit these policies if you want to make any changes, or use the pre-existing policies that are in place already. So as soon as you click on create a template, it's going to create a pre-existing template for each one of these policies guys. Now once you're done with this, just hit save and go back. So once you've actually created these templates for your policies, you actually want to make sure that these policies actually appear on your store. So in order to do that, we're going to go over to navigation, and then we're going to go over to the footer menu, and we don't want a search bar to be on the footer menu. So we're just going to hit delete, and we're going to remove it, and we're going to add the policies right here guys. So in order to add policies, what you want to do is just type in what policy you want to add on the footer menu. So I'm going to be typing in privacy policy, and go on to policies, select privacy policy, and then hit add. And you're going to be doing the same thing for the rest of the policies as well. And then once this is done, go back to customizing your online store. And we want to make sure that the policies actually appear on the footer menu. So what you want to do in order to add all the policies on the footer menu is just hit add block, and then go over to menu. And as you guys can see, you have all the quick links for the policies that you've just added. And if you click on one of these policies, it's going to take you to the template that you created. And then once this is done, moving on to the final part of the tutorial, go over to the main menu once again, head over to settings, and then go on to payments. And this is where you're going to be setting up a payment gateway for your store. You can either activate Shopify payments or use PayPal checkout, or you can also add a custom payment method like Stripe, or other payment methods that you have an option for. I'm just going to use the default payment methods for this particular tutorial. So once you've set this up, also you can deactivate PayPal if you want. If you feel like they're charging a very high transaction fee, you can deactivate it as well. But I'm just gonna keep it at default for now. And then once you've done with all of the steps in this tutorial, the final thing that you want to do is remove the password from your store in order to actually make the store live. Now, as you guys can see, I have to pick a plan in order to make the store live, and this is just an example of a store that I just created for the sake of this tutorial. But before you actually go ahead and make the store live, I just want you to go ahead and take a quick preview just to see if everything is just as you wanted it to be. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed I've made a few changes to the store just to make it more aesthetic. I've changed the color scheme, but using the exact same method that I showed you guys in the tutorial already. So this is the product page, as you guys can see. And if your customer wants to purchase the product, all they have to do is add the product to the cart and just hit checkout. and they're gonna be led to this page right here where they can type in their credit card details and buy the product right off of this page right here, guys. With that being said, guys, that was pretty much the tutorial. I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and if you have any questions that you want to ask, make sure to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll make sure to answer each and every one of you guys, because I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, so I really could help a lot of you guys out. With that being said, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.